Yo, what is up? This is your boy, Asiago, back at it again on 3M Thoughts, the only podcast. Well, not the only podcast, but one of the only podcasts that comes right at you live in the nighttime. Actually, that's the thing. I know I'm not too sure if this podcast actually goes live as soon as I start recording. Probably not, because it has to process and all that, and I guess have to still edit it and stuff after I record. So okay, maybe it's not live, but you get the idea. So I am here. Let's talk. Anyways, so it's currently 3:40 a.m. I actually wanted to record earlier, but I got into a couple phone calls with my friends, and one of them was just a long Discord call that just went absolutely nowhere. We started talking about artificial intelligence, but then it just started turning into a bunch of meme stuff and just dead silence, and I was getting bored, so I got off that. I was gonna play some Red Dead Redemption, but then that didn't last long though, because then I was like, I don't feel like playing video games right now. I want to watch my anime. So that didn't happen either, because I spent I don't know. I spent definitely more than an hour and a half on the freaking internet looking at memes and stuff, which is not a bad thing, but still, I kind of wanted to catch up on my shows. And that's the thing about my days off. Even if I don't have anything necessarily productive planned, I'll still end up not actually doing any of the stuff I planned, or rather instead I spend most of my time on my phone just looking at memes and stuff, which again, it's not too much of a bad thing, but again, there's other stuff I would like to do, but then again, the power of memes always compels me. Anyways, so actually what I wanted to do, for real was after I ditched the call, I wanted to watch this movie with Leslie, because my friend Leslie, because hours before, we're talking about maybe 7 a.m. or not 7 a.m. I went to bed at 7 a.m. But I'm talking about an hour and a half before that. Me and my buddy Leslie, we got started on a movie. We watched it all the way through, and then I went to bed. The movie was called Happy Death Day, which I gotta tell you, I really like it. It's pretty much like a Groundhog Day, except for a horror movie. I really did like it. It was pretty damn good. It was a damn good ride, and definitely, if it's the first time seeing it, I definitely recommend it. And so the plan was that we were going to watch the sequel tonight, and that may or may not actually happen, because so here's the thing. After I got off my freaking meme book, and I realized, oh shoot, it's 11 p.m. I wanted to get ready for this movie, so what I went to do was I'm gonna check something here quick. Okay, so I was gonna go all the way to the Walmart and Whataburger. It's right next to each other where I live. I was gonna go to those places, and even though, quarantine time, freaking Walmart closes at 8:30. Not for me though, because I can still just drive all the way over there. I can enter through the automotive store, freaking, and nobody gives a damn, because first of all, it's overnight. Unless I come in there with a gun, they're not gonna care what I do. And plus there's always one self checkout. There's always one self checkout that's up and running. So I can. So even theoretically, even someone that doesn't work there, even if you're just a regular customer, you can just drive over there, enter through the automotive store, just walk in, find what you want, and then just go through the self-checkout. I do not recommend doing that, because if you do it, the next person's going to do it, and the whole town's going to be trying to do that, then that's going to ruin it for everybody. So if I catch you doing it, and you don't work there, I'm going to beat you up. I'll find out who you are, and I'll beat you up. Anyways. Let's put the threats aside. I went in there. I got some snacks. Got myself some hot Cheetos. Got myself some peanut butter and jelly sandwich making supplies. And I was looking for this specific V8 drink I wanted, but couldn't find it. So I just went to the self checkout, got my stuff, and just walked out. So after purchasing my stuff, I'm walking out. I got into my car, drove across the parking lot to the Whataburger, and got myself a good meal, man. Shoot, a triple patty meal with large fries and a chocolate shake, dude. Oh my god, you know how much I love them chocolate shakes. So like, oh man, I'm so ready for this movie. I was so pumped. Uh, and then I call the Lizzler. I call him. I call him up saying, hey, I'm ready to watch a movie. Because what we do when we watch movies, over the phone, obviously we have each other on the line, but as well, we both use this movie website. We watch at the same time. I'm not going to tell you what movie website we use because, even though even though the website itself doesn't distribute movies, it indexes them. Still, I don't want freaking people to be freaking using it, and then all of a sudden, they shut it down. Oh no. But whatever. So, anyways, so we were gonna get on this website. We were gonna, both watch the movie at the same time over the phone, but and then he tells me that, he was already watching another movie with someone else, and seeing that by this time it was already like 1:30. I was like, okay, whatever, I guess, if the movie, I'm guessing, if he finishes at a good time, I could probably record the podcast after the movie, but. Let's see. Well, seeing how I started this podcast and I still hadn't seen the movie yet, we all know how that turned out. Because here's the thing, I always want to put my podcast, as first priority before I watch movies or watch anime or play games or do whatever. Because the thing is that like I want to make sure I actually record this because I have a self-set bedtime at 6 a.m. I mean, of course, I always stay up just a little bit after that because, I don't go to sleep right away or just do whatever. But the thing is, though, I always want to sleep around 6 or by 6. Especially if it's like, if I don't have to work the next day, I don't really give a damn about, what time I sleep. Kind of do, as long as I'm not sleeping at 2 a.m., or 2 p.m. and waking up at 10 p.m. like I did that other night. Okay, yeah. As long as I don't do that again. But as long as I go to bed at a good time and get a good amount of sleep and wake up at a good time, shoot, I'm all good. But if I do have to end up working, I can't talk tonight, man. If I do have to work the next night or the next day, yeah, I'm not gonna freaking stay up till like freaking 9 a.m. going, 3 hours of sleep is good enough, right? Hell no, because I gotta go to work. I gotta, and there's a possibility that I'm gonna have to stay up late, at work. And again, while I'm working, I'm moving around. I'm walking all day. I'm freaking carrying boxes all day, and sometimes I can get tired because, especially with the area that they're putting me out all the time. There's a lot of heavy stuff that I gotta deal with. So, I want a good amount of sleep for that. I don't care, if I don't get to watch a movie with you. Boo hoo. Shoot, damn, man. Like, yeah, and that's the thing. And so, what does this have to do with the podcast? Well, again, I want to be able to do this podcast before I do any of my other stuff, or at least, when I say before, like if it's actually like, if it's past midnight, yeah, before I do anything else, other than look at memes, that's what I do most of the day, anyways. Freaking, if it's past midnight, the first thing I want to do is do my podcast, before I do any other sit down thing I'm going to be doing. That takes me a couple of hours to do, because again, if I'm playing a game, I'm going to want to play it for a couple of hours. If I'm going to be watching a movie, that's going to take a couple of hours. If I'm going to be watching anime, I already know I'm going to watch that until I freaking go to bed. So to avoid, having to be like, oh no, it's 6 a.m. and I hadn't done my podcast, I'm doing it. I'm making sure that's first priority before I do any of that, any of those 3 big things. I am doing this first because I really like making content for people, but I don't want it to be like so constricted to time. Shoot, so here we go. It's 3:50 a.m. and it's definitely by this point. The movie you want to watch is like. It's an hour and a half long, but still though, like, God, like I'm not too sure at this point. Movie or sleep? Which one do I prefer? Especially since it's a work day tomorrow, huh? Maybe sleep might be a bit more important. Anyways. So there was that little change of plan. Yeah. Anytime I think I have enough time for something that I can put the podcast for later, No, that usually doesn't work because something always happens, a thing or two. And here's the thing, yeah, I spend like an hour actually recording my stuff, but recently what I've been doing is ever since I got this new mic, I've been using my computer to record, and I record my audio in like 30-minute segments. So, but I always try to keep my podcast to about an hour long. So, like an actual recording time, I'm spending an hour recording, and then again when I'm doing it in increments of 30. I mean that's only 2 segments, right? But I'm only I'm only recording. I'm recording 30 minutes at a time. But what happens, after I press the stop record button, is that it has to process, and I want it to process all the way before it gets to the next recording, so there's no problems. God. I don't know when was the last time I drank water on this podcast, but anyways, so I have to wait for the audio to process, and then I gotta do that 2 times because of the whole freaking 2 30-minute segments thing, and or sometimes I have more than 2 segments because I'm talking about different topics. Okay, so all 3 of them may not necessarily take 30 minutes long, but still, I still gotta wait for all that audio to process. And then, and after I've recorded everything, after everything is processed, I still gotta edit it all. I may not be. Sometimes I gotta be, making sure I trim a certain part out, or I gotta make sure that I put the interludes in, that I get the background music in, and all that's gotta process freaking too. So again, and that all the entire second half of actually making the podcast takes like around 30 minutes. Around 30 minutes. Possibly an hour, depending on how long each thing tends to process. So on average I'm spending between an hour and a half and 2 hours to freaking to make one podcast, and before I can actually share it to the world, that's the thing. Yeah, so making the podcast itself. So what I used to do is I used to just just record straight for 1 hour and then just add music and I'm done. But I want to put more care and thought to my stuff. So so I'm making sure that I'm editing them to the best of my abilities. And you know what? Shoot, again, seeing that it's past 3:50, almost 4, I'm probably not gonna watch the movie because I enjoy sleep before work too much. I am very sorry, but again, when you start working, you will get it. Anyways, let's see. So what else happened today? I'm just looking through my notes here. So, guys. Okay, so let's rewind a bit. So me being the only shopper at Walmart, it felt kind of cool. I don't know. I felt like how can I explain this? When you're playing a video game and the secret, but you didn't learn the secret from a walkthrough or from the internet or from a cheat code book or anything like that. You just found it yourself. Well, although I didn't find the secret myself. Look, what I'm saying is, I'm just trying to describe the feeling. So, you're playing a video game, you found out the secret on your own, and because of the secret, you have an advantage in whatever you're doing in the game. And it's a secret advantage, and you go do this secret advantage, and it's just very convenient. It's very cool, and it gives you a sense of that you're some kind of a master or pro or something like that. That's how I felt whenever I drove up there to the Walmart, while it was closed to all the customers, and I was still able to buy all my stuff because again, with me actually working there and me actually knowing what doors they keep open and stuff, and I felt like I knew some kind of a secret, that for the customers it is a secret, but for us workers, we know that door is always open, and we always know that there's always one register open, so I don't know, and it's just the feeling of being the only person actually shopping in the store while everybody else is either at lunch or freaking actually working. I don't know. I felt kind of cool, to be the only shopper. Shoot, and the fastest shopper at that. No, first of all, because I'm the only one there, but second of all, because again, I'm not spending 15 minutes looking at 2 items, thinking, I'm a boomer. I wonder how long it can take before I can finally choose something, or be like the random fat guy standing in the middle of the aisle going, "Oh, I want food," or freaking be like the Mexican family, taking up the entire aisle, going, "Oh, cómo estás? Yeah, yeah. I love to talk to all my family members and talk to everybody that I see. And block the entire aisle so the people who is stalking cannot stalk. Oh, I definitely love being an inconvenience." God. I don't know. And then no crying babies, no freaking annoying kids running around, no service animals peeing on the floor. And I felt, I don't know. I felt so like I felt like I had my own private story, and I felt like I don't know. Again, I felt like I found this secret, and now it's giving me a secret advantage because I don't know. I don't know. It just, for me, it felt kind of cool. I don't know. That's all I could say. It felt really cool. It's a very mundane thing, but you know what? And well, whatever. It's the little things that I get excited for. I feel like I want to burp, but I can't because I just finished my chocolate shake. There we go. So, anyways, shoot. So, yeah, so here we go. So actually, because it's past midnight, it is officially now Thursday, which means I got freaking paid. So damn, yeah, yeah. So again, that's why I wasn't afraid to spend money, at the Walmart and the Whataburger. When I did, because when I did, it was around like maybe, it was almost one. It was almost one, and see, I think it was like 12:51 or something, and I don't typically get paid, or my paycheck doesn't hit my account until 2 a.m. So I was like, you know what? Even if I overdraft, I'd probably be only overdrafted for like an hour or something before my freaking check comes in. So I literally had nothing to worry about, So I went over there, got my stuff, and again, just payday. It makes me brave whenever I buy stuff, and plus, with this current paycheck that I have, the let's see. The only bill that I actually have to pay is my rent, which is $200. Which again, it's really good. Which is part of the reason why I haven't actually moved out yet. Uh, but I mean, like shoot. But actually, speaking of which, this paycheck, I used to on this paycheck I used to pay both rent, which would be $200, and uh my car note, which would be like 360 something every month. And once I got that car paid off, all I had was rent, meaning that my second check of the month would be like my biggest check, because again, I only had one bill that was only a couple $100s. And I get like a damn near $900 check. That's $700. I could be spending. Well, here's the thing. I started getting a little bit irresponsible when after I got the car paid off. I started going out to eat a lot more often. I started just buying stuff off of Amazon stuff. Again, I mean, which all really cool stuff and all, but again, though, like I could have been saving that money and stuff. I could have been doing all these damn things. So actually, and it started to get to me. So now, I so now I'm starting a new thing. Now from this point on, I'm gonna start rebuilding my savings account again. Because shoot, because right now it's at literally 56 cents. That does not make me feel good. That I only have, like, aside from my actual paycheck, I just have 56 cents to my name. That's not even a dollar, bro. Shoot. So, I mean, it used to be around $2,000, and then a couple of emergencies happened. Like I had to fix my car up, and again, and around that time, I was actually saving, but like I would only had let's see, and only again, but I saved up to $2,000. But freaking car stuff happened, and that took $1,000 out of my freaking savings, and then I built it back up to a 1,300. But then as soon as we moved to this new house, my parents said, "Oh, well, we need you to buy some new couches. We'll pay you back. I'll buy the couches." And then they said, "Oh, well, can you just just say it was a gift or something, please?" thank you, and I never saw that money back, and that was another. That's sort of another reason why I never actually bothered to save again, because freaking because go making my savings go back down to like the zeros. I'm like. I kind of lost motivation to save because I thought all this hard work and now it's gone, which is kind of a loser reason why to do that. Looking back now, but still, like God, But now, I'm starting to get tired of not having all that extra money to the side, because what if I actually do need it? And plus, I got stuff coming up this year. Like, okay, so let's hopefully this damn pandemic rolls over in time, so where I have some I have some spending money, for when me and my family go to Costa Rica later this year, or sure, even if that gets canceled, hopefully I still have all this extra money to go to Onicon this year, because again I'm bringing some friends. I want to rent a hotel room, and I want to get 3-day passes over there. It's gonna be a good time, and plus we'll also have some money to get like some food over there, unless we can bring around food, which I'm like honestly why we can't do that, but damn, damn man. And that's the thing, it's like kind of a side note. I don't really mind. Like, it's gonna sound I'm gonna sound kind of like a dick here, but I mean, honestly, I wouldn't care less if the freaking family trip to Costa Rica gets canceled. I mean, because really, I had no interest in going there anyways. All they're doing is just getting remarried there, and they want to be all extravagant and do it at some foreign country for some reason. And I mean, it's cool and all, but I don't know. Like, it really just doesn't interest me. Like my whole passion to like travel the world. It kind of died whenever I not gonna say when I grew up. It kind of just died when I realized, yeah, this world ain't such a great place. So, yeah. So I can really care less if we end up going, because, and also too, like I kind of just don't want to go. Period. So, I really wouldn't mind if I just got sick that week and be like, mom, dad, Victoria, grandma, you all can just leave the house for a week and just leave me here, and I can have the whole house to myself to masturbate all freaking day. But anyways. Damn. Okay, that got weird real quick, man. But anyways, I don't mind if that gets canceled. But I absolutely, positively do not want Onicon to get canceled, because I actually have big plans, man. Like, me and my friends, we're so excited for it, because first of all, there's gonna be more of us going. And plus, for the 3-day pass, we could do even more stuff. We can be there longer, and we kind of want to get more serious with the whole cosplay thing, and shoots. And shoot, and with because last year when we went, I still paid for my own ticket, but I tagged along with Leslie Leslie, his brother, and his parents, because say his dad drove and paid for the food and the hotel room and all that. I paid for my ticket. Leslie and James, they paid for their tickets, and but we only spent like an actual, like, only really only a day there. I mean, again, in total, we spent like 3 days there. Like, the night we arrived, we got to at least look around to see what was going on. The next day, the actual full day we spent there, we got to do all the stuff. We got to look at the merch. We got to participate in the activities. We got to take pictures of the cosplayers. It was all good. And but then the last day, the morning that we left, we spent that last couple of hours looking around, like we did when we arrived. But I feel that, especially because where it's at, it's in Galveston. Shoot, like, we can get 3-day pass. We can do more stuff there, and if we arrive just a bit earlier before the actual convention starts, like, shoot, I mean, again, it's right there next to the beach. It's right there next to all this other stuff. We can look around the island. See what other stuff we can do. And plus, there's this one thing that me and Leslie wanted to do, but we couldn't because We didn't want his dad getting suspicious of what the heck we were doing, and that thing was hentai fest. Like, I mean, technically, I could have gone by myself, but I don't know. But then again, I didn't want to enter the hotel room and wake up everybody up like at freaking 2 in the morning. So yeah, well, I wasn't gonna be a dick like that. And shoot, so but man, if we're driving ourselves up there, if I'm the one, you know. What is that? If I'm the one conducting everything and all that, shoot, then we can definitely go. Unless I have a girlfriend by that time and she wants to come, well, if I have a girlfriend, period, by that time, yeah, I am. Yeah, if that's the case, I will not go. But if, but that's not likely to happen at all. And I can bet you $300 or free, or hell, I'll beat you my years. I'll bet you my year's salary. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, especially not by then. So I'm going to hentai fest this year, man. But anyways, uh, so let's go back up to the. No, let's not go back. Let's go back to the original topics here. Well, actually, there wasn't really any topic. I'm just kind of rambling on, talking about what's on my mind. Let's see. Shoot. So again, I want to build back up my savings. So starting with this paycheck, I'm putting in $200 into my savings every single paycheck. I want to start putting because again, I have all this extra money, but the least I can do, the very very least I can do is save at least $200. Save the $300 for eating out, buying freaking stuff, whatever. But I still want to save though, because I want to have more than $56 to my name. I don't know. I feel kind of like irresponsible. When I hear all these people having like hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars in their savings, and I'm over here not even having $1 in my savings. So, and plus, again, even though it's been a while since it happened, I want to be prepared for whenever for like the random times my car might break down, or freaking, or or let's say I get hurt, or if I get sick and I need to go to the doctor, I want to be able to pay for that, or if I actually need something and it's kind of pricey, I want to be able to be prepared for that. So I really do need to build up my savings, and I just want to be prepared because you never know what could freaking happen, and I'm putting my freaking phone on silent. Anyways, and and I had this stupid plan to be like, oh well, when the stimulus check comes in, there we go. I'll be caught back up. But I don't want to rely on the stimulus check though. That's the thing. I don't want to rely on it. Like, I don't want that to be my saving grace. I want to reteach myself some discipline because I believe that once you're an adult, you gotta have some kind of discipline in your life, and I think the best way to start, to at least start, is with your finances. I ain't no financial expert or anything like that, so don't take no advice from me, or at least take it with a grain of salt. But anyway, since we're approaching the 30-minute mark, well, it's 28 minutes and 30 seconds here, but yeah, I'm gonna try to wrap up this topic, and then we can get on to the next segment. So again, so I didn't want the freaking $1,200 to be my saving grace. I wanted to be more responsible, be more prepared than that, and plus knowing me, knowing my bad luck, my stimulus check will probably not come into like 2023 or 2023 or something like that, or some bull crap like that, or they'll probably say, oh well. Yours won't come until 2035. Are you cool with that? Or some crap like that. Shoot. So, so anyways, you know what? I'm gonna end the recording here so I can process and so I can freaking get a new bottle of water here. So let's move on here. All right, so here we go on to the next segment of my podcast here. So I was talking about how I wanted to regain financial responsibility. I wanted to start building up my savings on that because of because what never I'm sorry, I cannot talk tonight. You never know what kind of stuff can happen. I just pure randomness, and And for me, most of the stuff that would happen, pure random, and that would cause me to, that would cause a big drain. Oh, I don't know if you heard that. I don't know, cause a big drain on my freaking on my savings would be car problems. Because here's the thing, when I bought my car, it seemingly from the inside and outside, it just worked completely fine, and even to this day, for the most part, it does. But it's weird because it works fine, but with a lot of problems. Hear me out. So it's got all these hazard lights on, but the car still functions completely normally. It's got the check engine light, but the engine's fine. It's got all these different lights on, but the different areas that the lights represent are messed up in any way. I think, let's see, and even when we get the scan by the computer, we get this weird freaking message on the little computer thing that which nobody has ever gotten before, and nobody has any answers to. And if there aren't any answers to, it's usually unknown, or you're just gonna have to get a new car or something like that. And what I'm thinking is that, first of all those sensors are probably dusted up or something like that. Something's blocking them, and especially because almost all of them are on at the same time. And again, the car is running completely fine. And then freaking the car lab bamboozled us by fixing up the AC just enough to where it would work the first 3 days, that we had the car, or that I had the car, and the first 3 days that I actually drove it. But after those 3 days, the AC just stopped working, and I had to freaking drive with the windows rolled down all the time, and it kind of sucks. I mean, I don't mind it, but it also kind of sucks. Shoot, so I mean, even especially now, because summer's coming back, the weather's starting to get hot, and anytime I go somewhere, if I don't want to freaking die, or get cooked on my freaking car, I have to freaking drive with the windows rolled down, and I don't necessarily like having to do that. So you know what? I've had this car for a pretty good amount of years. I have enough confidence now to say, yeah, I'm not gonna be scared to do this. I'm gonna pay for a new AC. I think must say clutch. Yeah, a new AC clutch. Shoot, because okay, so let's say I'm not gonna invest so much money into this car that I'm gonna end up keeping it for the next 20 years. No siree. Actually, I'm thinking about upgrading to maybe a 2013, because I'm driving a 2006, and you already damn know that in 6 years that car is gonna be 20 years old, and it probably won't be in the best shape anyways. So I'm thinking the least I can do, before switching to an early 2010s car is at least fix up the AC, because because I can get the sensors cleaned, so that all those damn lights will come off. I can fix some of the interior, freaking along the back doors. It's freaking you can't even pull on it or nothing like that, because again, the freaking inside, just the screw came off, and now it's all loose and stuff. But the very least I can do is fix the AC, because I think for a lot of people that might be something big. Not necessarily too big, but it might be a big thing. And shoot, if the AC was already broken from the get-go, it probably would have been a big thing for me. But again, not too big, because that wouldn't have been a hinging factor or anything like that. But still, you never know. And plus, I think it might raise the car's value at least by 1%. I mean, come on now. Shoot, working AC, hell yeah! Especially, that's especially appreciated here in the hot state of Texas. So anyways, because I don't want to end up bamboozling anyone else either, the same way the car lot did to me, where I get it working just enough to only work for 3 days, and just so they think they got a completely functional car, and then all of a sudden, boom, the freaking AC stops working, and they're like, oh, now we gotta start freaking paying for the AC and all that. So I'm thinking, you know what? And I even tried the AC. No, wait, not AC clutch, AC compressor. Yeah, that's what I want. I just change out the entire AC compressor, because we already did the clutch, and that did not work at all. And we even connected that thing directly to the damn battery, and it spun all right, but it barely spun like at all. Like, you could tell it wanted to spin, but it just wouldn't. It just couldn't. So I thought, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm gonna save up and I'm gonna buy an entirely new AC compressor because I'm tired of having this problem. I'm tired of having spent so much time and money on this. No, I'm just gonna get I'm just gonna change out the entire shebang, and I'm gonna finally finally have some redemption for this damn car. Because again, other than that, it works completely fine. Like, just the lights, all the little lights may be on, the freaking hazard lights, but again, nothing is actually wrong with the car except for maybe like a couple of minor things. God. Oh yeah, I got a new bottle of water, by the way. Like I said it would. Shoot. So what else do I have here in my notes? So again, the car runs fine, but with problems, that's kind of a given. Onicon, Costa Rica. Yeah, I already talked about those, and now we're just talking about the finances. So actually, speaking of water, so right before recording, I got all set up to record. I was like, okay, listen, I'm probably not gonna be able to watch this movie, but no matter what happens, I'm gonna record my podcast first because I want to, record it, edit it, and have it all done, said and done before I go to bed. So, so I got all ready to record. I got my headphones on, got my mic plugged in. I got the Anchor.com up on the computer. It was gonna be all Gucci, but then. All of a sudden I had to pee, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh crap, I gotta really pee. I'm doing the potty dance and all, so I had to freaking run to the restroom and do that real quick. And I don't know, it's a little pet peeve of mine. I don't know if it happens with y'all, but it always happens with me. Like, it's out of nowhere. I would like really need to go pee. Like, so much to the point to where I can't even concentrate on anything that I'm doing or anything that I want to do because I have to go pee. Like, if I don't go pee that very instant, I will freaking like pee in my pants or something like that, or some other bad thing, and it's annoying. Like, I don't get why it's like that. Like, shoot, and you know what? And it's not just that. It always happens at any time I'm doing either something cool or important. Shoot, I'm about to pass this really cool level with all geared up and stuff. Oh, gotta pee. Oh, I'm gonna freaking search up some funny and make this meme before I forget about it. Gotta pee. I gotta get ready for it. So I'm all ready for it and I'm about to go. Oh, gotta pee. Oh, shoot. So I brought all my pallets out to the sales floor and I'm gonna hurry up and work them real quick before the aisle gets crowded with people. Oh, gotta pee. It gets really annoying. Freaking, like, I don't know, it's like at random times my bladder just decides, oh, I'm gonna take control. I'm gonna take the wheel. I'm Jesus. I'm gonna take the wheel. Or some crap like that. And it's a very big annoyance of mine. A big pet peeve, if you will. Damn freaking peeing. Like, God, and like it'll hit me like a freaking train, bro. Like, God, like, it would hurt me. It would not hurt me. It would hit me like a freaking train, and all of a sudden, I'm in the middle of doing something, like just anything, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh God, I gotta pee, or else I'm gonna pee my damn pants. And actually, it's because of that jumpiness, which made me think of this. So I was talking to Victor one time. So he was saying that, like, because he has almost an insomnia kind of problem. He can't sleep. Sometimes he can't sleep, or he does sleep, but he ends up waking up super early, and he's always tired all the time. And he always says, he's gonna drink stuff like coffee or energy drink or something like that before work. But then I told him, well, it may not be the most comfortable, but instead of drinking an energy drink or a coffee, just like when you wake up and you need to pee in the morning, just don't pee. Just hold it in throughout the entire day, and it'll make you super jumpy. And like it'll give you all the energy that an energy drink wouldn't be able to give you. And just thinking about it, it's kind of funny because, like, again, you drink an energy drink for the purpose of giving you pumped up, for whatever you're gonna do, but then you have the urgency of needing to pee. And all of a sudden you become really freaking jumpy. You're freaking running everywhere, and you may not be able to do stuff correctly or well, but you're able to do stuff very damn quickly. So I thought, hey, as a joke, I was like, hey, just whenever you need to pee, just don't pee. Just don't pee, man. just don't. Yeah, on freaking inexhaustible energy, unlimited energy, man. Yeah, so that was kind of funny, but at the same time, it's not funny because it really does suck. And here's another thing. Like, okay, so while I'm stalking, while I'm at work and I'm doing my thing, I can hold my pee for, let's see, for about 30 minutes. I can force myself to hold it for a good hour, but that I'm rarely able to do that. And plus, like, nah, like it's so rare that, like, God, like maybe it happens like maybe once every 6 months, kind of rare. Like, God. But for the most part, for me, I can hold my pee for like, I can hold in my pee anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes. I usually try to keep it at 15, at best. But shoot, so like I'm over here trying to stalk my owl, trying to get my work done. And here's the thing: whenever I'm working, I don't like going to the restroom. Like I don't like. I mean, unless I feel lazy or unless like I'm done with all my stuff and I'm trying to find something to do. I don't like peeing while on the clock. And the other thing is, I don't like peeing during my breaks either, because again, whenever I'm working, whenever I'm on the clock, I want to spend as much time as possible, trying to get as much work as I can out of the way, before my next break. And then when I'm on break, I want to spend most of my break, just chillaxing, getting recharged up for to go back out on the floor, and I don't want to waste any of it in the restroom. So what I would do is I would head over to the break room about maybe like 2 minutes early, just so I can hit to the restroom, do my business and stuff, or I might do it 2 minutes after taking a break. Although that's not always the case, because sometimes it take like 20 minutes, and I don't want to get in trouble for taking any more. But anyways, so anyways, yeah, like, so and holding pee, I can hold it in for, again, anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes, or 10 to 30 minutes, but albeit it is not comfortable, it is not the best thing to do, because it just doesn't, it doesn't work well. It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. Like, freaking, I'm over here trying to stalk, now having to hold my pee, and let's say, like, I've been holding my pee for like 20 minutes now, and I'm over here being jumpy, so I'm not stalking things right. I'm looking very weird, especially if there's a lot of people around. I'm like doing this weird kind of dance, freaking, like, I want to do that old freaking little kid thing where I just grab my crotch and just and try to hold it in. Although, first of all, that doesn't work. Second of all, I really don't want to do that in the workplace, because I think that might kind of be like a health hazard or whatever. But anyways, and plus it just looks weird, and I don't want to have to do all that. And sometimes sometimes I either have to force myself to power through, or I'm over here like, fine, I'll take a damn restroom break, to go pee, because my bladder wants to be freaking annoying. And I do. I mean, and then I can pee really quick too. Like, I mean, I spend more time heading to and from the restroom than I actually take peeing and having to wash my hands and stuff like that. Because I can do all that really super quick, easy, no problem. But the thing is, though, I just don't want to waste time, like, I really don't like wasting time, especially if I'm in the zone and all of a sudden, damn, I gotta freaking pee. Like, what way to ruin the freaking mood? But anyways, however, though, holding in my poop, that is a different story. Shoot, so back in high, actually, yeah, so I started back in high school. Well, okay, so let's rewind a bit. Okay, so it actually kind of started in middle school. Now I say kind of because, well, I'm about to tell you now. Back in middle school, I didn't so I wasn't working or anything like that, but I had this thing where I'm like, man, I don't like to waste time, like, it doesn't matter if I'm watching a movie or playing a video game or going to school or doing anything like that. I don't like to waste time by you going to the freaking restroom. And I was going to this like restroom rebellion where I'm like, hell no. Your bladder, no, you're gonna go when I tell you to go. Rectum, you're not gonna poop until I tell you to poop. And I mean, with the bladder, okay, I instantly lost that battle because, I mean, I didn't have any ability to hold my pee. But when it came to the whole pooping situation, I tried as much as possible to just always try to train my body to be able to hold it in for long periods of time, and I couldn't because a lot of times it would end up with me end up crapping my pants. And God, those are some bad days, and my parents did not like doing my laundry whenever I was going through that stupid, like, restroom rebellion phase. Thankfully, when I got into, thankfully by eighth grade, I stopped that. I stopped that stupid, that stupid thought process, and I started, going to the restroom like normal. But in high school, though, like, somehow, like, I think as if those cringy years in middle school actually did do some, training wise. I was like, by high school, I was actually able to, like, easily hold in my poop for a good 8 hours, an entire school day, before actually having to go. And back in high school, like, I mean, okay, so maybe there was a bit of inspiration. Maybe I had a bit of motivation, to hold in my poop all day, because back in my high school, like, so it wasn't like ghetto high school or anything like that. It was actually a pretty nice one. So I went to Deer Park High School. Again, it's a pretty damn nice high school in a nice neighborhood. They got some nice gears, nice computers. Overall, the school is just nice. But the thing is, though, is that being so nice, being so, like, fed, but with the local tax dollars and stuff, the school they just absolutely love keeping up their image on the outside, at least. Like, shoot. Here's the thing, back in high school, like, anytime I wanted to use the restroom, I would only use the restroom if I had to pee, never if I actually had to poop, because the restrooms, like, okay, so the restrooms in the front, like where the auditorium is, where like right there in where the front doors are in the cafeteria, and right there next to the principal's office and stuff. Okay, yeah, those would be really nice. They'd be kept clean. Like, you would never see cracks in the window, in the mirrors. Well, first of all, there actually would be mirrors, and and it's never dirty. There's never pee all over the floor. It doesn't smell like crap all the time. And there's no vandalism. Again, it's your perfect nice bathroom. But you get past that, and you actually go into the school, like, and you go into the restrooms within the school, like between the lockers, between the freaking classrooms and stuff like that. That is whenever a different story happens, because I do not know. Well, actually, I do kind of do know why. The school loved keeping up their image on the outside. When, like, they wanted to keep those front restrooms clean, so, like, the visitors and stuff, when they use them, they're like, "Oh wow, this school is so clean, so kept up. Wow, congrats to Deer Park High School." Oh, but then you get into the actual, like, real restrooms that the students use. Oh man, they're so dirty up the rear. Like, the exact opposite. Like, there's always pee on the floor. Sometimes poop. Freaking the mirrors would either be shattered because somebody would punch them or something like that, or sometimes there'll be just no mirrors at all. The sinks, like the freaking faucets, would, like, barely work. There was never soap, and and sometimes there was never toilet paper. And when you actually go into the stalls, there was always pee all over the toilet seat. There's barely enough toilet paper to freaking do anything with. And there's writing all over the walls. It smells like crap. There would always be at least one of the toilets or urinals would be freaking out of order, and it was just disgusting, bro. There would always be flies up in there, like, ugh. Like, I even I came to this point to where I complained to the principal. I complained to the highest, the highest higher up people I can get to. I even tried talking to them, convincing them, telling them all this stuff, saying that, oh wow, these restrooms in the front are super clean. These restrooms, as for the rest of them, they're all freaking dirty as hell. But and nobody wants to do anything about it. And you know what happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because apparently the school, like, again, they're so obsessed with their image that they don't even care about what goes on, like, or they seemingly just don't care about what went on inside the school, or they chose to be ignorant. Cause shoot, like nobody, absolutely nobody wanted to help me on. Oh, let's raise some money, or let's use some of our, some of our funds from the local taxpayers to, to fix up these restrooms, to keep them upkept, like we do the ones in the front. Oh, like maybe we shouldn't put our money to that. However, we could put all this money into giving the football team some new gear. Hell yeah! Like really. You would spend all this money for like all this like to have freaking Macintoshes in every classroom. They'll freaking have all this nice technology for the AV class, or for the theater class, or for the freaking game programming class. And you give all this money, for the they keep their restrooms in the front clean. They put on all these amazing theater shows. They put on, they do all this freaking stuff, and they give all the freaking damn football players like new gear every single freaking month or something. But you will not spend not a single freaking dime just to clean the damn restrooms. God, and after losing that, I just got fed up with the school, and I didn't want to be there no more. And freaking I was just so disgusted with the restrooms that I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna not poop at school for the rest of my school career, which I didn't. I didn't. I mean, I remember sometimes I finish all my work early, and I'll raise my hand and be like, "Teacher, can I go? Can I go poop?" And the teacher would be like, "Sure." And I wouldn't even be pooping. I'd just be spending all that time. I would be spending 20 minutes on my phone, pretending to poop because freaking. Again, the toilets would be so disgusting. Nobody in their right mind would poop in there. Hell, somebody got the idea and started pooping on the side of the toilet. How gross is that? God. Oh man. And from my experience, the restrooms were super damn dirty. Nobody wanted to help out, fixing them. And so I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna hold in my poop for 8 hours. And that that skill grandfathered into my workplace, because I'm like that at work too. Like again, same thing with peeing. I don't like wasting time, but especially with pooping, because when I poop at home, I spend as long as I want on the toilet. But at work, that I gotta be out there, to go back to work. I can't be spending an hour and 30 minutes on the toilet. And I know I cannot. Shoot, so I gotta freaking I gotta be out there. So I try to spend no more than 20 minutes. Let's see. Well, I'll probably actually be pooping for 10 minutes, but you already know in between that time, I'm probably also gonna be looking at my phone and stuff, because who doesn't do that? But anyways, I really try to just go as fast as I can. But and really at all, I'm trying to just not poop. Again, I'm not trying to poop at all. When I'm on the clock, or when I'm at lunch or something like that. I'm trying to poop at all. I literally save it all for the end of the day. But here's a problem. The work day, or at least for me, lasts more than 8 hours, because I come in at 1, and my 8 hours, 8 hours already passes by the time it's 10 o'clock, and I'm freaking. And again, I eat lunch at 6, and eventually, by a freaking midnight or 2, that food is gonna want to come out. It's gonna want to come out, and it just doesn't. It just doesn't, because I hold it in, because I have to hold it in, because I got stuff to do. I got better things to do. Now, and by the time I clock out, I head straight to the restroom and I just let it all go. And trust me, I start feeling a lot better afterwards, man. Damn. But when it comes to work and school, I I didn't like doing it. I didn't like having to do it, but you got to do what you got to do. And at work, damn, I've had many close calls. I remember this one day where I was talking. I was talking this grocery aisle, and I had a couple of pallets left. And usually, I like to take things easy. I will just take my time. Just because naturally I work pretty fast, and if I really wanted to, I could finish I could finish 4 pallets within 4 or less hours. But I decided, what, I'm just gonna, because this is a reasonable amount of work for anyone else to take all day on. So I'm like, I'm just gonna relax and take all day on this. Then it was 10 o'clock or 10:50, or not 15, 10:30 when it came around. It was almost time. It was almost time for and want to leave because because it was almost 11 and almost everybody else was freaking finished with their stuff. So I'm up, but then I got that feeling. Oh shoot, I gotta freaking poop. And it was, if it was hitting me that early on, I'm like, oh shoot, I don't want to go poop and then have to come back later and finish later. No, I'm gonna try to get my stuff done as fast as possible. So that's what I did. Freaking, I went beast mode. I finished freaking 3 pallets. I finished 3 whole pallets in 30 minutes because man, I just started like working like crazy because I'm like, God, I need a freaking poop. I need a freaking poop bad. And I annihilated those freaking pallets, took care of all my trash and all that. And although this is one guy and the aisle next to mine that he like, well, I could have went and helped him out too because he had like a couple of carts left, but again, that feeling was just way too damn strong. I needed to poop badly, so like as soon as I got all that stuff done, got my 3 pallets done, got my got my trash all taken care of, took all my stuff back to the back room, and I just I just ran all the way to the freaking time clock, clocked out, and just spent a long freaking time in the restroom. You know what? It felt well earned. It felt well earned, brother. Damn. So I'm so glad that I freaking took care of that. Damn, man. God. Shoot. Hey, so those are my restroom stories for the moment. So anyways, so back to the school. The school was just very ignorant. School wasn't really that great, and I mean, it wasn't necessarily a bad school, but it seemed like the school's priorities were just in much different areas. It's like we had crack kids running everything, kind of like in the workplace. Something because again, in the workplace, it does kind of feel like crackheads are running things sometimes, and it doesn't work out very much. Hell, like for so again, like the store, it doesn't have much of a whole problem with image so much. I mean, it's a store, it still has to keep up some kind of an image, but it doesn't necessarily care that it has like, this prestigious image. But let's just say, money wise, the store would put other things, would prioritize other things over other more urgent things. For example, freaking like they care more about like giving the managers these ginormous bonuses more so than maybe giving us some new fully functional pallet jacks that aren't breaking our backs every time we pull a small light pallet. So and then thank God we got this cool manager. She's actually been secretly like ordering these new pallet jacks, and now we got so many more good pallet jacks in the store. So we're less likely to actually break our backs when we pull a pallet. It's so great, but still, like, damn, like it's just like damn man, like. But we shouldn't have to. It shouldn't have to be this way. Like the store should have been like the store, especially for being part of a company that's like what, like the biggest company on planet Earth. Should probably be like, oh well, it should be. It's easy for us to get new jacks. So and plus, we care about the safety and the well being of our associates, saying that, oh well. We don't want them breaking their backs every time they pull with a damn pallet jack. So, what, we're gonna we're gonna buy them some new pallet jacks every so often, and that never happens unless you have a cool manager like we do. Damn, thank you, Tracy. But anyways, so here we go. I'm pretty much wrapped everything, all like the random thoughts that I had for the night. So I'm gonna go ahead and say my outro. So if you made it this far, thank you for listening to my podcast. Thanks for listening this far. More things are to come. I think Tuesday, Desmond, he's gonna come onto the show. We're gonna interview him, and we're gonna see how things go. So, yeah, I got nothing else to say. Sure, I'm tired as hell. So if I sounded kind of weird this episode, just know it's because of that. Because I'm freaking tired. I'm probably gonna go to bed right after I freaking record this. So this is yo boy Asiago on 3 AM Thoughts signing off. Have you a good one.